Hello, my name is Brian and welcome to Overland Calling. I don't usually film in my driveway, but I've had a lot of requests to look at, at the inside of my vehicle, and honestly, when I'm on a trip, my vehicle is completely trashed. So this may be the one and only chance you get to actually see it when it doesn't look like crap. So I'm going to take a brief run through it. Just going to show you. I'll put links in for some of the stuff I got. Hopefully this will help you out. At the very least, I've been building up questions for way too long. So, what am I driving? I drive a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Sport. Sport, base model, heck, I don't even have doors that lock, and my windows still roll up the old-fashioned way. But it's less things to break. So, let's roll into it. I'll give you a view from the driver's seat. Right here is where I keep my phone holder. Phone pretty much just sits there 24/7 unless I'm filming, and then I'll put it up here in this holder up here. This is a rigid dash mount for the phone. Honestly, I've had it for 4 years. I'm not even sure that they still make it, but I like it because I've got two nice deep storage areas right here. I can keep my one single solitary duck, America, and my Easy Pass. Then of course I've got the phone holder. It does plug in and it'll do magnetic charging if you need it to. And then I've got this one here that's pretty much free. Sometimes I'll toss my sunglasses in there. Next up, we already saw it, my primary phone holder. Opens up, holds drinks, holds phones. You got plenty of room for the cord to come in the bottom. And you just pull this little plastic piece here off, and then you can get in there and mount it in. Then I got my little USB-A cord going into my iPad. This is pretty much how I have it rigged whenever I'm using it for navigation on the trail. Cord I use in here didn't used to be covered in paint. You can thank my daughter for that. I call this my Charge Anything cord because it's got plugins for pretty much anything I need. And then I've got a separate USB-C for my phone that does my Apple CarPlay. It's not wireless. So coming in here, this mount is actually a bullet point mounting system. These adjust in and out, and you can lower this piece right here. I've also got two little buttons here. Push them in and you can raise it up. And then it's spring loaded here to hold it in place. It does a pretty darn good job. I can also loosen it here. It's going to be adjustable on both sides. But what I do when I'm not using it is I'll just stick it away. Put that in, collapse it down, nice, small, out of the way. One thing on this mount though, so you buy everything separate. I've been really happy with it. They haven't always gotten the best reviews on the web. I did have one issue, other than not being able to get it off. There we go. Come on, baby. It's really hard to do one-handed. So this is not the original mount that I got with it. I bought a little ball fitting that actually screwed into one of these pieces here, and that stripped out in less than a week. My wife hit it, and that was the end of it. So I picked up this piece right here that actually clamps all the way around, and it has been just absolutely rock solid. I love it. The regular mount that goes into the screw hole, super easy, but it didn't hold worth a dang. Next up on here, I just got a little storage bag. This is where I keep my rain jacket and some other stuff. So, and down here, just got another little storage area. Usually I'll keep like radios and other small stuff in here. Just kind of depends on how I'm rigged and what I need. Got one on that side. I've also got another one right here. Keep a couple pocket knives. And this is where I'll keep all my filming stuff. Some spare lenses. Too easy. I've never used them, but they sure do make me feel cool. And then going up here, got this other Molly storage pouch. It's pretty cool. Velcro on it. Keep my sunglasses there. That was my car insurance. So, a little pocket in there. Extra lighters, extra spare stuff as I need it. My primary reason for getting this thing was actually not to hold stuff. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. Who doesn't love a place to store your stuff? But I got a big, tall Rottweiler that likes to sit right here on this armrest all the time and climb up and down and all that good stuff. And I don't want him hitting his head on my Molly plate system. So that's pretty much the whole reason for this bag. This one right here, just another little general pouch. Typically I'll keep my sunglasses in there because it's nice, quick, easy to get to. Oh, and then what do we got up here? Some extra, what is that, FMRS, GMRS radios. They're not the kind you need the license for. They're the wimpy ones, but they work great for spotting. That right there, I love this sucker. So when I'm pulling into a camping spot, I can actually see how level my vehicle is. So I know for my rooftop tent setup, like how I am, hopefully fairly level, and I don't have to do any leveling. Then, next up, I've got a Bestop Sunrider. I absolutely love this thing. I don't clean up here very often. Still a little muddy from my previous trips. But I love this thing. I would buy it again no matter what. But I want you to know, I've had 2 of these now. They sent me a second one as a free replacement. And it still leaks when I'm at like a, I don't know, downhill 10 degrees in heavy rain. It leaks. Then I've got my storage location for my mobile Starlink mount. I'm just going to keep it up there. It does get hot, so I have to, basically if I'm using it, I usually got to have the AC on and the windows open, keep it cooled off. I do have, oh hey everyone, I do have a camera system up here. I can do front filming in 4K, but mostly I actually got it, it's just weird talking in a mirror. So mostly I actually got it just to have something so that I could have a forward-facing trail cam. It's come in super handy, and it was a heck of a lot cheaper than getting the Jeep, just off the shelf version that they got. In case you haven't noticed, buying accessories from a dealership can be super pricey. So this one, I'll look it up. It works fine. But just so you know, I don't really use it like it's intended to. I just plug it in when I'm going to need a forward-facing trail cam. And since we're talking about it, just so it makes sense, this is what I'm talking about when I say forward-facing trail cam. This little camera right here. Alrighty, now that's going to take us around to the back seat here. Oh, whoops, got something up front. Before we move to the back, let's look at this. So this is another Amazon special. I just grabbed it off Amazon because I was tired of my dang net looking like crap and just drooping down, catching in the door, you name it. Not happy. Jeep, poor design. But this thing solved the problem. Wasn't extremely expensive. I also don't have any like badass trail lighting systems. If I need light out to the side, I've got a big old flashlight. Turns out it's adjustable any direction I need it to, and it costs like 20 bucks. Too easy. All right, back here. Now back here, I've also got additional storage. I like storage. I carry a lot of crap with me, and there's never enough room. Then underneath here, got my Goal Zero Yeti 500. Had this since the very beginning. It's been still going like a champ. I just have it rigged up with a little charging cord going up front, and then I'll plug it into my cigarette lighter when I need to charge it. Works pretty darn well. These two plugs here go to a cell phone router that I'll show on a different episode. And this is where I keep my Starlink plugged in. That way, every time I shut off my car, my Starlink doesn't shut off. Bam. Too easy. Now, I only have this space here because I did a rear seat delete, and I took out the entire panel that ran underneath the seats. But, hey, that's giving me room to store all kinds of other random stuff. Fuses, electrical stuff mostly, and my emergency lifesaver straw, just in case life gets really bad and I've got to go, I don't know, drink from a mud puddle or something. And I got my backup fan here, because if anybody's ever tried sleeping on a hot night with no fan, you'll know it sucks. Up here in the seat, I carry my first aid kit. Whole bunch of cool first aid stuff. I'm not going to spend time going through that now, and I'm not an expert on first aid, so somebody else is going to teach you that. I do know how to use everything in here. I just don't know if I know it enough to actually teach people. All right, then I got more of these pouches. I really like pouches because I can keep things organized. This is additional first aid stuff, especially Band-Aids and a little kit here for, I don't know, snake bites or who knows what. Right up here is where I keep my fire starters. I cheat. I totally cheat. I got little fire starters, so whenever I want to fire, I just plop one of them in and burn away. Back behind here, got a little solar panel for my Goal Zero Yeti 500. Don't really hardly ever use it, but hey, I've got one. I also keep spare motor oil. I've also got spare brake fluid. And then this guy right here, I've never used it on myself. Oh no, I lied. I did, just because I messed up my wiring. But this is the Duralast. I don't even know what model it is. Oh, the 2000 Li. This sucker is old as heck, so I'm pretty sure there's better technology out there. However, this thing's let off, I don't know, probably 15, 20 cars. No problem at all. You do have to recharge it, but, you know. Let's see, battery 90%. Cool. I picked it up, I think, at AutoZone. Impulse buy. All right. Let us hop over to the other side. I absolutely love these twist ties. I buy these at Home Depot, but I will find you an Amazon link and toss it in here. These things are money. I use these to hold all my cords in place. They've got tons of different sizes. I've got them up there, over there. These are also what I use to hold my front sway bar disconnects up out of the way. In this magic pocket, I have the cord for my winch. I keep my winch control actually in my glove compartment. Spare random zip tie. This is what I use for a fire extinguisher. It's called the Element. It is pretty darn cool. I've never used one. I've seen plenty of videos, and they look like they work really well. A little more complicated than a regular fire extinguisher, fits in the back of my seat. And that's just pretty dang awesome. I mentioned earlier, I've got a rear seat delete. It's basically just a thing of plywood that I bolted together. And I put hinges on. Regular old door hinges, nothing fancy. Let's see, if I pick it up, will it? Oh, it's probably gonna mess up. And then it gives me a ton of under-seat storage. My wife will be mad if I take off my trip with the dog dish because I'm not bringing the dog. All right, next I have the vertical storage. These are where I keep my awning poles. And I've also got a full-size, legit umbrella. Freaking huge. Big enough for 2 people. I like it. Much better at camp than anything else. I've got another storage bag right here. Can't beat that. That's where I had my Wii Boost. I'll show that in a later video. Let's show you in here. All right, so this guy. A couple Velcro pouches for random electrical stuff. And fuses. I like to have fuses if you can't tell. I've also got toilet paper, laundry bag, spare. It's my tent towel. Basically, I use it to dry my tent off. Then, I'm not going to pull it all the way down, but just enough to show you in there. So I keep all my toe strap stuff in there. Basic recovery storage. Oh gosh, and last but not least, so this netting here is where I keep my 0-degree sleeping bag. I don't use it on an everyday basis. I also keep a puffy jacket, a pullover, and I think something else for when it gets cold. But I don't remember now. I freaking love this thing. I don't have a link for it. I couldn't find one I liked on the market. Specifically, I wanted this back bar here. So I went to Home Depot. I bought some aluminum. I built my own bar to go all the way across there. And then I broke out the old sewing machine and sewed some edging around this. And I just ran paracord all the way around it. These loops right here are big enough for me to grab everything I need to in and out of there. Bam, too easy. I think the whole project cost me like maybe 40 bucks. That pretty much does it. Man, it is just sticky hot here. Been waiting for it to cool off enough for this, but yeah, that just hasn't happened. Humidity's a killer. So anyway, this is the inside of my Jeep. When it's nice and clean, you will never see it this way again. I should mention in the beginning, but I always forget. So none of this stuff is sponsored. I paid for everything you just saw with my own money. I'll put links in the video description for all the stuff I can find on Amazon, or if there's any like specific links I got. If there's something I don't put a link in for, by all means, hit me up in the comments. Ask me. If you saw something you liked, you want me to go in deeper on it, hey, let me know that too. I'll make another video. I can't promise a clean Jeep to do it though. And let's see. Oh, and if you got something you think will work better, hey, let me know. This is an evolution. Nothing's ever set in stone. So I hope this helped. Hope you enjoyed this little tour of Mad Max. That's my Gladiator's name. And next time you see me, hopefully I'll have my butt on the trail. All right, I might get going. If you want to watch more walk around stuff, hey, there's a link right up here. Until next time, enjoy the ride.